Crimson Vow is finally here, and with it came a brand new Planeswalker in the form of Kaya. And if you guys didn't know, Kaya is my absolute favorite Planeswalker of all time. So you know we had to do our first list built around the new Kaya abilities. And we went with an ABZAN tokens list with a little bit of a Super Friends twist. Cue the intro. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we have an ABZAN list for you, and we built it solely around Kaya Geist Hunter. This is a brand new card that has some pretty cool and busted abilities, and I cannot wait to break this thing down and explain to you guys how we built this deck. But before we do and jump into the gameplay footage, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, we are on the road to 4,000. We're super close, and we have a goal of 5,000 by the end of the year. So if you find any value in today's video, or if you just enjoy hanging out with us here today, I'd really appreciate if you wouldn't mind subscribing. It's a free way to help support the channel. And then if you hit that like button as well, I would also really appreciate that as well. All right. With that being said, let's talk about the list. So with the new Kaya Geist Hunter, you know, we had to try it, man. I love Kaya. If you guys don't know, I absolutely love Kaya. Kaya usually always fits in Mardu as well, so it's my favorite color scheme. So I love this. I just typically love to try to build as many decks around Kaya as possible. And the new card is no different because it has a really cool -2 ability. I'm a sucker for tokens, and this card doubles tokens on a single turn. You know, that you're creating on that single turn. If you -2 here on Kaya, no matter how many tokens you can possibly generate on a single turn, you can absolutely double them up, which can get pretty busted pretty quick because it's like a built-in battle of Bredegard. If you're familiar with that card, it's kind of built into the -2 here, which is pretty sweet. And then the +1 is not bad either. You're going to give your creatures +1/1, which is really nice by itself, but you can also give them Death Touch, which is kind of cool. And then, you know, the -6, we didn't really get a chance to use the -6, but it says exile all cards from all graveyards and create 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying for each card exiled this way. So if you can get some cool graveyard effects or mill effects, this could be a pretty cool ultimate, but we're really focusing on the +1 and -2, mostly -2, because we're going to be generating a lot of tokens. And we were able to do it through a lot of the Super Friends style of game plan, because with the ABZAN colors came a lot of Planeswalkers that generate tokens, which is pretty interesting. We've got Lulth 2 of, which is going to generate us some spiders. Renin 7 generates us a tree folk. Sorin, the new Sorin right here, generates you know, a new 2/3 flying lifelink vampire. So all of these Planeswalkers, if they're all resolved on the field at once, we could be minusing Kaya, you know, and getting all of these tokens just absolutely doubled, which is ridiculous. But Sorin's a new card, so we'll go over it real quick. Sorin creates the vampire, like we just said, for the -2, but also on top of that, you can plus it to go ahead and look at the top card of your library. You can actually put it into your hand, so it's basically a draw ability, but you are going to take damage for whatever the converted mana cost is on that. And then the -7, the ultimate, you can probably win a game with it. You're just going to basically deal 13 damage right to their face in most cases. So pretty sweet card. Pairs really nicely with Kaya as well, like I said, because of the token generation. And so the rest of the deck is built solely around the token idea, right? So we've got 4 Sunset Revelries to help us in the early game, create some tokens, gain some life, draw some cards. You know the drill. We've also got 3 Ranger class. This card can be pumped up as well to put 1/1 counters on creatures. And then we also have Rite of Harmony. If you're not familiar with this, we actually played it in our tokens list not that long ago on a previous video. This card is busted when it goes off with the battle, because Battle's Third Saga says that we get to choose any number of artifact tokens, or creature tokens, and copy them. So we get to copy like a minimum of like 3 when this comes down, because we're going to have at least a token from here and here, 2 from the battle itself, and we're going to copy all 3 of those minimum. This card's going to draw us at least 3 cards that turn, you know, and you're still probably going to have 2 to 3 mana open to do some extra things too, to possibly draw even more cards. This card is really good paired with these you know, token generation type tools. We've also got 1 Starnheim Unleashed, which curves really nicely with Kaya. If you get Kaya down, plus it, and then follow it up with just a plain Starnheim Unleashed, you're going to get yourself 2 Angels, which is pretty sweet. And then we went with Crippling Fear as our sweeper, and this might seem odd because we have a bunch of different creature types, But this card could do some serious work for us, especially if we can get down a Maskwood Nexus. This card says that all of our tokens are going to be the same, or not the same, but all creature types. So essentially, Crippling Fear would not affect any of our tokens if we have a Maskwood Nexus down, which is pretty sweet. So that's why we have Crippling Fear as our sweeper choice. Mono white unfortunately does get underneath us. Mono green can do that as well. So being more aggro than we are, and we're more mid-rangey, we're going to want to have at least some sweepers in here. So Crippling Fear is a great tool for that. We've also got 3 Asika's Chariots because we're trying to copy tokens, of course. And then we've got 1 Skeletal Swarming for just some over-the-top easy wins if we can get there, especially paired with the Nexus. The Skeletal Swarming is going to generate us some seriously huge skeletons. And by the way, we pulled it off, so stay tuned for that. You're gonna want to see some of this gameplay, man. These games just were awesome. We were able to do some really cool nonsensical things with this list, so have fun with this one, guys. And just enjoy the video, you know, have a good time. We're trying to grind a mythic, so hopefully we'll have that done by the, you know, at least this weekend. We're trying to get you guys out some daily content, by the way, until, you know, at least for 1 week while the new set's fresh. We're going to try to get you guys daily content, so hit that notification bell if you guys haven't already, so you don't miss out on any future videos. And yeah, I think that covers about everything. Let's get into the gameplay footage. Enjoy, stay tuned. We'll come back here at the end for some final thoughts. We'll see you guys there. Peace. All right, here we go. New Crimson Vow is out, and we are still up to some nonsense just for at least the first week. Playing some tokens. Pretty excited about Kaya, man. I just really wanted to play Kaya really bad. Wanted that to be my first card of choice here today because Kaya's always been my favorite planeswalker of all time. So I had to give it a go. We get to go first with a pretty solid curve here, man. Probably the best curve we could have asked for. And we've got a new Sorin in hand too. Might get to see Sorin, you know, get some play, which is awesome. Super stoked about the new cards, man. I can't wait to get you guys this daily content pumping out, man. I'm super happy that we got some new cards finally to mess around with. We're up against more than likely a mono blacklist, but I'm surprised to not see any snow mana here. Yeah, it looks like mono black. Shambling Ghast. Okay, it's pretty common. Pretty common card to see there. We have a decision to make on whether or not to go wide. This is going to be tough because obviously we got to worry about sweepers, right? But I don't see snow mana, which is giving me a false sense of security. But either way, I think we still play the battle because I really want to get the Rite of Harmony to pop off. And if the Harmony pops off, we can draw a lot of cards, which is what we really need here. So I'm hoping we can get that done. Oh, it's blue. Okay, so now I'm really confused. Here's what we'll do. We'll play Sorin. That'll give them another target that they're going to want to deal with, right? So let's go ahead and play it. I'm gonna draw here. Ooh, that's a lot of life. No, we'll decline that. We'll keep that on top. All right, no attacks, and then we'll go full control here on their turn. We'll put a stop. Actually, we'll put a stop on our upkeep. That's where we're gonna need to play it. Okay, so on our upkeep, we're gonna play Rite of Harmony here, and with the Rite of Harmony going off, we'll be able to copy 3 creatures, and then at the same time, after drawing those 3 cards, we're gonna activate Sorin's ability to create a vampire, which will draw us a 4th card. So that should be pretty awesome, to be honest. And then Skeletal Swarming's not bad off the top. That's a pretty hefty win con right there. Let's hope Sorin survives. It's not the end all be all, but nope, it does not survive. Okay. There goes Sorin, and it goes to exile of all places. Ouch. They're trying to exile another permanent here too. All right, we're gonna play Rite of Harmony and draw. Here we go. Rite of Harmony is about to pop off. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, pretty good cards too. Let's go for another white source. And we'll foretell this. Yeah, that feels good enough. That feels good enough. We can start swinging in here and putting some pressure on our opponent. We're by no means worried about the shambling ghast killing 2 of our tokens. We don't really care. We're really just trying to get some pressure going now. If somehow we can get a Maskwood Nexus though with this, it's going to be absolutely nuts. And this does keep them off of, you know, treasure, because they're going to want to kill another one, right? So keeping them off of treasure is pretty good. They target the same type of token too. Smart on their part. I can get 2 angels too. This new card right here, let's see. Oh, it's not a new one. It says whenever one or more non-token creatures dies, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with decay. This ability triggers only once. Okay. We'll need another green source. Okay. How do we want to do this? Let's go with Skeletal. I think we've got to a point of the game, like I said, where we're really just trying to pressure our opponent here. The only downside to playing anything here, whether it's Lolth, Chariot, Skeletal Swarming, our opponent here has a very good answer with the Insight. Or Introduction to Annihilation, I mean. Introduction to Annihilation is going to be able to eat up that Skeletal Swarming. I will get a card out of it, which is pretty sweet, but... let's see how we do. Field of Ruin. Are they just highlighting yeah, I was gonna say, are they just highlighting a land here to get another blue source? And it looks like they are. All right, do we get another black source of our own here? Got a skeleton. Rite of Harmony is looking pretty good again if we can just I don't know if we can figure out a way to play it with something else, but it's gonna be hard to play it for 4 mana now at this point. But we find another land. That's good. Oh my goodness, is it my birthday? Here we go. Let the fun. Oh no, the Skeletal Swarming's dead. I forgot. Shoot, just kidding. Just kidding. I thought we were about to pop off there. I totally forgot. They just killed our Skeletal Swarming, so it didn't matter. It did not matter. I was thinking we were gonna swing in for like 1 million there. Totally forgot that the skeletons don't matter unless they have the buff from the swarming. So jumped the gun there a little bit, but we still got the W. GG's. GG's, my friend. All right, no Kaya on that one, but we did get to play the new Sorin. All we got out of it was the card draw, unfortunately, but I'm hoping, man, I'm hoping we can get them all in and see if we can't get a board full of planeswalkers. I doubt it. We're only playing a couple of each type. I didn't want to overkill the whole planeswalker game plan when this is, you know, generally a tokens, it's more of a token list than it is a planeswalker list. Don't get me wrong. You know, 4 types of planeswalkers is a lot, but we're trying to go wide and kill our opponent, right? So all right, let's see here. We probably want this for black. Okay, foretell this. We're up against Izzet, so that's a very big problem for us, I'm not gonna lie. We don't exactly have a very quick hand here. We took a hand with our curve starting at 4, so not looking great for us. But on cue, we get a battle, which is awesome. Battle of Brett Agard, which is nice because it's going to curve very nice right into my angels if I'm able to cast it here. I'm hoping our opponent taps down a little bit, and they do. They tap down to just 1, so we're going to get an angel out of this. Or I could get a cat. I think I want the angel though. Actually, you know what? I might take the cats here. I'll explain why here in a second, but let me see. Okay, we're gonna go green. I think we're gonna go cats here instead of the angel because I can only get 1 angel here, but if I go cats, I can copy all the tokens, right? And then the Seeker's Chariot can just come in and swing next turn and copy 1 of 2 angels. So that'll be nice. Let's go ahead and get an attack here for the 1/1 human and at least get a little bit of damage because we need to be as quick as possible here. I am absolutely petrified right now of a Cinderclasm. I'm sure they have it. I'm sure they do. Is it turns we're talking about here. They always have what they need. It's a very good, very good deck. It's probably the best thing you could be doing, so. Behold the Multiverse isn't something you see every day in there, though. That is an old school version of this list that runs that, so it might be off the old MTG Goldfish here. All right, here we go. Let's copy some tokens, baby. Our favorite thing to do, copy. And another green, or we'll probably go black. Okay, let's go for 2 more angels. This will help a lot too, because we're up against, you know, Is It Turns, which generates a lot of flyers. We're going to see, you know, Goldspan Dragons. We're going to see things like that. So having flyers is important. And our opponent immediately just says, no thanks, and shuts it down. So that's cool. They only get to, because that's all we run in the deck, but still very, very annoying that we just got hit by a test of talents. Probably more annoying than Jawari, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. Obviously take all the tokens that we copied because they have summoning sickness. So let's get in for as most damage as we possibly can. We should have been copying an angel there, but it's okay. It's all good. There's the gold span that we could have defended against. Shoot, we still got plenty of ways to defend against it. It's just annoying that we have to, you know, even worry about this at this point now. I am happy we haven't gotten hit by a Cinderclasm yet, though. You know, knock on wood, but how are they going to stop all this damage coming through? They got 2 mana left open. Oh, Crush the Weak, of course. The perfect answer. The perfect answer. But of course. But hey, we got a really good answer for Goldspan, right? So can't be too upset. I mean, we can, but be wasting our breath. I mean, we're playing against Is It, so we knew what we signed up for. There we go. So now we got 2/6/6 with reach. Good luck with that, Goldspan. I'm sure you have Fading Hope though, so I'm not gonna get too excited. That's actually one of the better things I could have seen here. Are they willing to throw away a Goldspan here to swing in and get that extra 2 mana? That would put them at 3 mana. Oh, if they have Fading Hope though, oh my god, they do. They had it. That is actually crazy. They literally had the perfect cards, man. Wild, man. They were running Crush the Weak of all things too, man. Usually it's Cinderclasm. All right, here we go. Well, are they dead here? I mean, they could just be dead here. Obviously they have something for the tree folk, but okay, or not. Or they swung in not even thinking about the retaliation attack. We'll take it. Good game. Good game. All right, well, the whole idea of this list was to try to showcase off Kaya and see what Kaya can do. So I did up it from 3 to 4 just now. I really want to make sure we draw it, you know what I'm saying? So let's give it another shot here. 2 good first games though. I mean, we beat Is It Dragons, which is really nice. We get to go first and we have Kaya, but we don't have any mana, and I'm afraid to keep this because if we do and we miss our land drops, we're gonna get run over, which I'm sure is gonna happen. All right, we do get Kaya again too though. This is nice, and a little better, and the only reason it's a little bit better is because we have Sunset Revelry, which could fix, you know, our issues, because we're mulligan. You know, when we start off with the mulligan, we have less cards in hand than our opponent generally, and then if we get hit, you know, gain life. So this card can bring us back from a lot. Goblins, huh? I really gotta change these to the fancy ones, like these ones. All right, no turn 2 play. I like that. This is interesting because I want to curve it with this. But if they throw down another haste creature, it just dies, right? So that's not fun. Let's go and just play this because we get all 4 things out of this, or all 3 things. We get to create the creatures, draw the card, and gain the life. So it would be a really bad play if we didn't do it. So let's just do it. Get hit with play with fire. That's fine. That would have hit Kaya. That would have been a heartbreaker. Oh, I see what they did there. They played that so I couldn't draw the card. I was like, where's my card? But that makes sense. All right, that deals 1 damage to anything blocking it. So let's not block that. That would be pretty silly. Green, green, black, black, white, white. Okay, so it doesn't even really matter that much. Let's grab that though. And I think Kaya's a sure bet here now. Okay, Kaya's pretty sure here because we can put a 1/1 counter on this, right? So it can, okay, we froze. That's okay though. So we can actually block pretty easily now against the Javelineer. And as long as I don't play one more haster, we're gonna be good because all I gotta do is minus Kaya next turn and we double any sort of tokens we play. So I can get 2 angels or nice. That does not have haste, so we're good. Kaya is protected. Or I could just go ahead and get 4 cats. That could be pretty good too. All right, so we are gonna spread the blocks out here. Unfortunate, but Kaya is alive. Oh yeah, we get the land too. That means we get double the lull spiders. Shoot, don't mind if I do. Double spiders, baby. Let's go. And this is why I wanted to showcase Kaya. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with gasoline, baby. And then I'm more than happy, honestly, to minus Kaya again and have Kaya just die, because next turn, if our opponent attacks through here, which we know they're going to, we lose all these spiders. Lolth goes back up to the loyalty it needs to cast more spiders, right? Oh no, I did not realize the second ability there on that goblin. Nice. Well, there goes that game plan. I was gonna say Lolth would have enough loyalty here, and then we could get the spiders again and play the chariot, which would have then in turn made everything really nice for us.
Oh yes, I know the
all right, let's go here. Soren's kind of cool because we get to create a flyer with lifelink, so that's some life gain right there. Plus it's enough mana for us to foretell our angels. All right, it's coming down now to the fact that their creatures are bigger than ours, so we got to get these angels out. We need to get some bigger bodies out here because we're gonna have to double up on some of these creatures here to get some value out of it. Especially these bandits, these lords. They are just, these are the serious problems. Those are the things making their creatures so big. These other things are all just 1/1s if these lords aren't there. So those are our targets. If I can get a crippling fear, oh my gosh, that would be so good. I have to kill 1 lord though for it to be that good. All right, they're looking at Soren. I'm so happy we're able to get 3 planeswalkers in this game. Wish Kaya would have survived just 1 more go, man. 1 more go, but I totally didn't realize the Lord's second ability here. It's been a while since someone's played goblins against me. And when you think you know a card because you've seen it enough times, but you haven't played it in a while, you forget that. You should probably still read it just to refresh. But there goes Lolth. That's okay. That's okay. We'll take it. No attacks. They're just leaving the door open here. I like it. Okay. See what's on top. Let's see what's on top. Ooh, my favorite. Okay. Okay. I am going to... Shoot. What do I do here? If I reveal it, they know I have it now, which is so unfortunate, right?
A fair trade.
And if I swing in... This is tricky. At least it's there to like scare our opponent, right? Like I don't like that they can see it. That was my big doubting factor of taking that, is because our opponent now sees it in hand, right? And so I was going to try to attack with a cheeky attack here to get them to block and kill one of these, you know, a couple of these spiders, but then just blow up the board after we take out 1 bandit. But that's not gonna work. So 2, 3. I can get 3 of these. Let's go. New plan. New plan. Starnheim Unleashed. Hopefully that gets us there. Let's get that life gain here. I could still comfortably do this and go spiders. The only thing I would lose is my vampire. That's a pretty good play still. So they do have 4 other goblins here. Another lord. Wow. Shuffler is a-okay today, man. In top shape. In absolute top form right now. And now our crippling fear is worthless. Nice. Okay. So let's see what's on top of the deck. And it's a land. I'm definitely taking that. Does nothing to our actual life total here. So let's play the chariots. What's nice is we can get in over the top. And the angels have vigilance. So we are good there. We're gaining a little bit of life too with Soren's, you know, little life link vampire here. All we got to do is protect the life total now, and we've got him on the clock. So man, crippling fear would have been so nice if they didn't hit 3 of these, huh? It would have been the actual bee's knees, but no. The shuffler had to go and screw us over, man. They say good game. Okay. I think they mean good game because we won, but I'm not sure. I don't want to get too excited yet. Man, so far we've been playing, you know, been getting some pretty good wins here, man. I'm pretty happy with how it's panning out at the moment. Here we go. So they do a full send, which I kind of knew was going to happen. We can take some damage. We just got to stop most of it. Let's see. So you 4 8 16. Let's just be safe. No cards in hand, but there could be some trickery I'm not taking in account. I could honestly just block everything but except for 1 flyer. Just be on the safe side, you know? Be on the safe side, block everything up until the 1 flyer, and then we have enough for lethal on the swing back. That's game. I love it. Let's go, baby. We got all of our planeswalkers in play that time except for Ren and 7. That felt good. Good, solid win. So that was the trick, huh? All we had to do was go to 4 Kayas and we would get it every time. Love it. Love it. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, battle and right. These 2 cards together equal absolute fire. So we're gonna keep it. Absolute fire, baby. Let's go. I don't like that we're up against mono green. That's really tough for us to crippling fear, especially if they get the old girl troll down. So I'm hoping that's not the case. We'll see. Another crippling fear though. I mean, it is a good card. Obviously it hits things like the pack leader, which is great. But again, not 100% confident that that's what. You know, I'm going to go ahead and put a stop here. I might hit the Rite of Harmony on this turn just to ensure that we hit our land drop. No? I don't know. Is that the right play? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. If it's the old girl troll, we're in trouble. I think we do, man. I think we go for it. I need to make sure that the land drop hits, right? So let's just do it. We do get a land. What else? Another right. Oh, good. Another right. That's perfect. Okay. So we got green, black, white. We need another green for Ren. So let's do that. And then no attacks. And then next turn, we right again. I'm only keeping these 1/1s back just in case things go haywire and I need blockers, but I am planning on keeping them. Okay, what the heck? Trample haste 4/4 for 4 transforms with a lot of mana and turns into an 8/8 trample haste. Other creatures you control get 1/1. Okay, got it. Okay, so they drew a card. Dang, that's a lot of damage, but you know what? I feel like we have to unfortunately take it. Darn. Yeah, this is the last time we take the damage though, and then we start blocking because we're gonna have a lot of. Wow. And I missed my trigger. Oh, brother. I missed my trigger. That is so unfortunate. Oh, God. How did I do that? I was so busy reading this card, I got caught off guard there. I would have been able to draw there an additional, 2 cards. So I definitely would have hit my 5th land drop. But I would have only had 3 mana to spend, so it wouldn't have made too much of a difference as far as, being able to cast an additional spell this turn. But it is just frustrating that we didn't actually... 4, 5, okay. Let's get rid of that. Because Crippling Fear does hit the, that's unfortunate. Hits the pack leader, so that's why we casted that way. But Snakeskin Veil does a really good job of just overriding that. So, oh man, that Rite of Harmony. I can't believe I misplayed that, guys. That's on me. That's on me. I own it. Maskwood Nexus. This is a scoop, unfortunately. Couldn't find a second black source for our, Crippling Fear. Missed our Rite of Harmony. Not that I think this would have been a big deal, but at least right now, we probably could have got a Crippling Fear. I'm sure they would have found a way to put another 1/1 counter on that, though, to win the game. So, GG's. On to the next one. All right, we'll shake that one off. We got a little bit more time here. Sorry, I thought that was in the frame. That was weird. All right, let's do this. What do we got for the opening hand? We get to go first with a decent hand. And the only reason this is decent and I'm willing to keep it is because we get to go first. Not having anything till turn 3 is tough. But, going first makes it a little simpler. Plus, we got this combo. I don't know how we keep getting Skeletal Swarming over and over again. When there's only 1 in the deck. But, Shuffler's fine. My allergies are starting to kick up, man. I think it's time for some bedtime, man. All right, what do we want to do here? Metrogard, right? I would think so. We probably need more... It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Either way is not great. We need to find another land either way. All right. We could put a stop. What an attack here. They probably will block and just Deadly Dispute. What else is new, Classic. Blood in the Snow is going to be quite the card. It's going to be pretty tough to deal with, but we should be okay. Okay, they just got themselves a way to blow up my battle, which I don't like, but we do have a Seeker's Chariot, so they may regret that immediately. We'll see. They will have to eat their treasure in order to cast this. Something to think about. They do kill the battle, huh? Interesting. Not a lot of people put a whole lot of stock into that card. I'm surprised they were able to discern that it was a threat and, go for it right away. All right, let's just do this and put the pressure on, man. We missed our land drop, which feels bad, but let's make some lemonade out of lemons. You know what I'm saying? They go for the treasure play again. They're looking for they're looking to get to that Blood on the Snow as soon as possible. Sorry, I was I'm spacing out here, I can't lie. Okay, here we go. We got this. What do we want to do? A Seeker's Chariot? Probably, right? Probably. Swing both here. One counter to the wolf. Okay, no big deal. We lose a human token, which is not ideal, but it does allow them to get 2 more spiders. But that's totally fine because we have a Seeker's Chariot, which is going to come down and start making copies of some things. Also, we have Skeletal Swarming, which I would really like to get down. Maybe next turn if we can hit a land drop, that would be the most ideal play. Because even if we get hit with the Blood in the Snow, it's something that can just keep coming back over time. This is going to be an interesting game. It's going to be interesting because of that Blood on the Snow. I'm just literally waiting for that particular card, and we're going to see how it affects the game, if it's going to be a complete wash or not. That's pretty sweet. I can't lie, that's pretty good. Okay, so if I do this, it puts Lol to 6 loyalty, but I get to hit it for 5. So I can't crew a Seeker's Chariot using the wolf first because it's not technically a cat. So we're gonna have to do it now. That wasn't the most ideal play. I'm very aware of this. But we still got a pretty good play out of it overall. Like I said, a Seeker's Chariot getting a 1/1 counter from the Ranger class is nice. Puts Lolth down to 1 loyalty with no board state. So they're stuck to just drawing cards and taking the damage, which is not necessarily a bad thing for them, but Valky, come on down, Valky. There's nothing in my hand you can take. Nice try, though. I'd really hate to see the other side of this card. So let's not let that happen, huh? Another battle. That makes things interesting as well. I think I'm gonna get down Maskwood here because if we do find that land for the Skeletal Swarming, we're going to be really happy that we invested the time to get this down. Alright, I'd love to get you dead already, but I have a feeling a little too late for that, and it's not going to matter, but we'll see. We'll see. Which means I probably should have invested the 1/1 counter on the Seeker's Chariot, but it is what it is. All right, they're going to protect it, which means they don't have Blood on the Snow ready to go. So that's interesting. Thought for sure they would. They sacrifice a land. That's a pretty big tell. If I get Skeletal Swarming down, these become huge because of Maskwood Nexus, man. It's going to be nuts. That is a combo I've been wanting to hit, so let's hope for the best here on that. They take 1 damage, draw a card. Is it Blood on the Snow? Probably. It sure is. It sure is. Well, hey. At least if they bring back, let's say, Tybalt, any creature, that works. Perfect. So they bring back that, which allows me to open the door for a Rite of Harmony to draw 2 cards. Oh no, we didn't have the right mana. You're joking. You're joking. I didn't realize I didn't have 2 blue sources. Wow. I just totally screwed myself there. Always look at your mana, ladies and gentlemen. I am tired and I can't lie, guys, and I apologize for all the misplays tonight. I can't believe I did that again. Made another huge error. Didn't have a second white source. All right, well, how do we handle this? Well, iTwitch is gonna learn here. Let me see what they end up getting with the learn. This is actually gonna be is going to decide everything, whether or not they have another containment breach or not. I don't think they're going to. I don't see why they'd run 2 of those. So it's going to come down to whose thing is going to be bigger and badder.
You fight.
Let's give it a shot, man. Let's go ahead and get the skeletal swarming down. I'm just so bummed out, man. I'm just so bummed out that we screwed that up. All right, taking 2 of these out. Boom, boom. Let's see what they grab here from the sideboard. They get to learn. I do get 2 more skeletons. And everything I play from this point forward is going to be a skeleton, which is only going to pump my skeletons that are currently on the board. So we've got a pretty good thing going here. Even with my misplay, we're still in pretty good shape here. So just really upset at myself.
Nothing on Innistrad.
Trying not to beat myself up over it, but looking at your mana is part of the game, right? I just assume that we have all these like nice dual lands now that I'm like, I don't really need to worry about it. My allergies are so bad, guys. I apologize. Excuse me. All right, they've got quite the board state themselves. If I could just find a crippling fear too, that would really put the icing on the cake for us here. And I can get so much damage through. I can just find another white source too. I can gain a bit of life here. That would be really great. I really want to play battle, right? Battle's going to be the most important card I think to play as far as like really putting huge pressure on our opponent here. But Sunset Revelry is going to be really nice too, just for that life gain. That's pretty sweet, I can't lie. Well, let's do this first. Maybe we hit a land drop and we can play both. Let's see. We don't hit the land drop, unfortunately. I can make another token though. That's kind of sweet. That's kind of sweet. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage right there. Let's go ahead and put the 1/1 counter here. I want to ensure that our Seeker's Chariot doesn't die. I'm actually going to activate the okay, I can actually activate the Maskwood Nexus if they somehow try to give it exactly 6 damage here. Or actually, it would only bring up its attack, wouldn't it? Never mind. That's not how it works. But at least we get a lot more damage through this way. All right, yeah, we're gonna kill that first, obviously. Let's get this down. Boom. Everything just gets pumped a slight bit more. Oh, they're down to 1. We almost had him there. We almost had him there. We're at 20 life total too, so we're getting really close here to closing this game out. So many different synergies and cards that you just got to keep an eye on at all times, man. Like you just constantly got to be like aware. There's like, you can activate the Nexus. There's synergies between that and the skeletal swarming, you know, your card draw. Like there's so much in this deck that you got to like remember, and the sequencing can be so important, obviously. So it's tough, man. I'm trying to keep up, but it is tough. Are we going to see a Tybalt here? I doubt it, but ooh, I was like, they took the card. I wonder if they knew they were going to take damage, but they got to land off the top.
Tactics.
We are going to see a Tybalt. Interesting choice. I'm pretty sure that solidifies the fact that we're going to win this game. Yep, there it is. GG's. Nice. That's going to close it out, though, for the video. Let's go ahead and close it up with some final thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to do for today's gameplay footage, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I had so much fun making it. Anytime there's a new Kaya that comes out, you know I'm all about it. But this Kaya is pretty sweet, man. It has some really cool mechanics to it. I wish it could protect itself a little bit better, unfortunately, but I still had a lot of fun. We're going to break down what we think, you know, could be changed to this deck to make it a little bit better. But before we do, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's made it this far into the video. Huge shout out to you. You have no idea how much that helps the YouTube algorithm when you stay this long. So I really appreciate that, helping my videos grow. And yeah, let's talk about it, man. So Kaya's pretty sweet. I think obviously we cut this down to 3. That would be the most ideal. I put 4 because I wanted you guys to really see it in action. So that's the very first thing that I would do is I would cut this down to 3. I'd probably bring Starnheim Unleashed up to 2 because that card's pretty sweet and I'd like to see a little bit more of it. Rite of Harmony didn't really play a huge factor today like it did before, which was pretty surprising. I still think it's a great card for this list, but you can even go another route with card draw. You can even put in like some Deadly Disputes, you know, for some treasure generation as well as card draw, because we have a lot of tokens you can sacrifice, which is pretty cool. There are a lot of ways you can go with that department as far as card draw goes. But man, overall, I really like the deck a lot. I think the mana base can be tinkered with as well. I was kind of quick on the mana base. I probably could have done a little bit more like in depth, like really looking at it and doing better there. So be sure to just kind of tune up your mana base as well. Skeletal Swarming is obviously a really good win con in here as well. So only having one of these is kind of weird. You could probably honestly build the deck mostly around Skeletal Swarming and Mass Wood Nexus to just really consistently win the game with that combo. But I really wanted to do the Kaya thing, and I really wanted to try out some Sorin and some new stuff. So that's why that's all in there. And I think it can obviously be tweaked a lot and potentially be much, much better. But I wanted to try the fun thing today and show you guys some of the new cards. So that's why we did it this way. But if you guys have any thoughts on how to make the list better yourselves, please leave it down in the comments below. I'd love to read those, you know, get ideas for future decks and things like that. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on the deck if you liked it or didn't. And yeah, just let me know. And that's gonna do it for at least, you know, the gameplay and breakdown. So I appreciate you guys making it this far. But before we head out of here, huge shout out to my Marty Mob, man. Anyone that's part of my Marty Mob, I really appreciate you guys so much. Anyone who used to be part of the Marty Mob and isn't anymore, I appreciate you guys. All of you guys have made such a difference on this channel, you know, helping the channel grow monetarily, you know, supporting me. I appreciate that so much. You guys have no idea. And Marty Mob, we have a new Midnight Hunt box opening if you haven't heard. And so we're going to be doing a box opening for the new Midnight Hunt box, and it's going to be members only video. So if you guys want to be part of the Marty Mob, you guys can join down below. You get exclusive content. Hit that little join button, or you can hit the link in the description below to become part of the Marty Mob. And yeah, I think that wraps up today's video, man. We're going to see you guys tomorrow with another deck. And yeah, until next time, guys, we'll catch you then. Peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. Yeah. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.